Off the record for Bay City Holden. Over 200 new and used cars in stock at Mates Rates.
That's right. Go and see the Swickster and the team. Swickster and the Picks were spotted recording an ad.
Do a little bit of an ad.
Which I'll listen to in the next break, I'm sure. 140 Dandenong Road, Frankston.
TV?
140. At least you're on one ad, Pix.
Oh, right.
Full credit to Adam Sawicki for identifying that Pickers have been overlooked for the Foxtel ad and putting him as the face and voice of the Bay City Holden commercial at 140 Dandenong Road, Frankston. You can visit baycityholden.com.au. Over 200 new and used cars in stock at Mates Rates. Go and see Pix and that's the Swickster and the team.
You're doing a bit of sales work there.
I don't work in the sales department, but if you say Pix, don't you? You'd probably get a discount.
A special carpet fitted to your car, Swickster will get Pix on the phone.
You know,
and he'll revive his carpet days.
You know, the funny thing is I bumped into a bloke last Saturday at the Mount Erica. I was down there having a couple of beers watching Black Caviar, which is our sort of local, and I was with a couple of my mates and your mates, and a guy's just sitting there with his family having a dinner, and he said, William, how you going, mate? From Mount Gambier. And I said, oh, yeah. He goes, still selling carpet? I said, no, mate. No, I haven't done that for 10 years, mate.
Did you go interstate to sell as well?
Mount Gambier
Were you a travelling carpet salesman?
Absolutely.
Or were you sort of based in the metro area?
No. I was getting as far as Mount Gambier.
Yeah,
I was getting up around Nilkanitha. Border town. I did quite a lot of miles.
Adam Sawicki's Bay City Holden. By the way, just having a look at the Fox team, I wouldn't mind just keep brushing up on your carpet a little bit. Just in case
I still know my polyprops, mate, don't worry.
Bay City Holden present.
And my vinyls.
Off the record.
What happens if somebody wanted seagrass matting? Did you have to try and talk them out of it?
Picks.
We used to sell that.
Did you? Did you really?
Yeah.
How does that come under the carpet
really
umbrella?
Really itchy stuff.
Kick us off, old mate, if you can.
Okay, let's start off with, now, listen to the news report. See if you can pick the error.
Well, 10 wickets have fallen on the first day of Victoria's Sheffield Shield clash with South Australia at the MCG. The Bushrangers were bowled out for 220 after winning the toss and electing to bat. In reply, the Redbacks are 4 for 77.
So that's 14 when I went to school. 14 wickets have fallen for the day, not 10. 14.
Do you know,
You held the listener's hand through that.
Yeah, I did. Just in case people didn't get it, it's 10 wickets.
when I was much younger, 10, 12 years ago, young kid in
Did you have hair?
walked past a edit suite about 4 o'clock in the afternoon and I heard a nameless reporter say, Mark Waugh took 4 wickets as the Aussies maintained control. And I thought, I've been watching the cricket all day, I don't think he got a bowl. So I just ducked my head in and said, no, I don't think Mark Waugh took 4 wickets, I think he got a bowl. No, but he took 4 wickets. I said, what do you mean? And the
Catches.
reporter said, yeah, he caught the second guy, the third guy. Oh. He got 4 for. I said, the fielder doesn't get the wickets. You know that, right? And the reporter said, yes, they do.
Oh,
and
no.
I thought, I'm not sure about
Was this
hiring.
reporter still on radio or television?
What's the next topic?
Who was it?
Was it the same
Come
reporter
on.
that gave the T score as a stump score?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Don't keep us in suspense.
So it's just behind the scenes sometimes.
Initial. Oh, come on, initials. Give me initials. Come on.
He'll kill
Come
me.
on.
He'll kill me.
No,
Initials.
but I just...
But she's still working.
Gee, okay. Oh, come on. This kills me. Yeah, well, that's...
She'd seen the teams walk off the field at tee
I thought it was
and
close.
gave it out as the stumps.
She thought the game was over. They got off.
Now, all the GWS boys are basically living at Breakfast Point in Sydney. It's a suburb of Sydney. KB got it wrong.
Now, if I was Shooty, I'd be hoping the Giants' pot of gold is enough to lure Brennan Goddard to Breakfast Creek.
Yeah, Breakfast Creek, KB, is in Brisbane.
It's in Brisbane. The Gabba.
It used to be a racetrack at Breakfast Street.
I'll guarantee it's nowhere near Breakfast Point. And
That's where...
That's nitpicky.
well, you always say that. Just because you and KB do a little bit of things together and whatnot. No, he said Breakfast Creek, so sorry. Now, that's not as big a mistake as... well, everyone watched the Grammys. Bruno Mars, a very, very well-known singer. He's up for about 5 Grammys, he was at one stage. KB, listen to what KB called him.
I thought the Grammys absolutely sensational last night, and there's so many talented people around the world. I hadn't seen this guy before. Is he called Bob Mars? Is that his name, Bob Mars?
Bob Mars. Now, on another radio station, we get our reporters on here, and, Hutchie's obviously a reporter. We get the odd Damien Barrett sort of scenario, or we get the odd, whoever it may be that jumps on there, Robbo or Ralphie or whoever it is. One of the other stations has Mark Stevens on. Now, do you reckon he had his answers to the questions mucked up here? Because have a listen to Billy Brownson's question and then listen to the answer.
There is anything for Mrs. Steve-O? Yeah, the video replays will be interesting, guys. It looks like we're coming in round one.
She'd love that.
Really great. I'm really happy with it. Watching the summer of cricket, I love Hawkeye. I love the DRS. I think it adds to the game.
There's a big Valentine's Day there at the Stevens household.
Gosh, you'll love that.
Watching video replays.
Now, Rob Murphy's a little bit quirky from the Bulldogs, or Bob Murphy as he's called these days, but there was a bit of talk on a gay football. Let's have a listen to Murph.
The culture of footy now is one very accepting. This club's one of great acceptance. So I think numbers and figures sort of fuels a bit of a sick fascination.
A sick fascination from Bobby Murphy, but there was a lot of people talking about it this week. I think even Jeff Kennett might have come out and said that he thought maybe 5%.
Is he the most interesting cat in the game, Bob Murphy?
Because he's a bit more visible.
He walks to his own beat.
Oh, of course he does.
Or a good Warrigal boy.
He writes well.
I knew you were getting to Warrigal. No, he's good. I actually really like him. I love listening to him as well. He's got a bit of a future.
Mum taught me at school.
Mrs. Murph.
Yes.
I'm tipping she hasn't got that on her CV.
Tipping she's not telling too many people that little nugget. Alex Ferguson, obviously there's a bit of an issue between Man United and Liverpool. It was pretty ugly during the week. He's given his compatriot Luis Suarez a bit of a clip.
I thought it was a disgrace. And when Patrice said, we had words in the morning, Patrice said, I'm keeping my dignity, I'm shaking his hand. I've nothing to be ashamed of. And to do that, it's a disgrace to Liverpool Football Club. They really should get rid of him. That's my opinion. Is the history that club's got, and he does that. In an atmosphere like today, an atmosphere and all the build-up to the game, all the profiles going on in the match, and he does that, is a disgrace to that football club.
Yeah, they don't hold
back.
It's
hard to argue with him.
No, he's spot on.
It's hard to argue. It was horrible to watch. That was unpleasant.
Yeah, but you very rarely hear it. Like a coach is coming out and going, whack, get rid of him, disgrace.
I reckon if that happened in the AFL, he would be, the commission would de-register him.
Yeah.
I think so, but when you got a leadership like they get from Sepp Blatter, why would you be surprised?
Yeah, there you go. Quick whack for Sepp. Jeremy Lin.
He likes to always go in and sort of lock the highest hanging trees.
That's
it.
He always
heads for the chairmans and the boards.
Yeah,
that's where it ought to end up.
Jeremy Lin, Hutch, he set it up. This is there's a bit of audio. You were talking about him before.
Well, he's come in, he's played 7 games, won 7 games, been the superstar, 23-year-old, and he's become so good in so quick a time that they give him the ball at the end of the game on the road in Toronto, in Canada.
This is a New York's Knicks.
This is the New York Knicks, and he's given the ball with a chance to win the game on the road. You'd think the crowd would be silent, but he's that big a story. This is how it went down.
5, 4, win for the win! Got it! That's right!
On the road.
Linsanity. Oh, that's just Linsane. That's Linsane. This guy has taken the world by storm, Jeremy Lin. Amazing was the headline in the New York Post. Steve Ward during the week.
Good choice to launch GWS, I thought.
Yeah.
Steve Ward. Bankstown boy.
Yeah, well, he's not talking about that. He's talking about Brad Haddon.
I know, but it was nice to get him along. Get a bit of profile.
Yeah. Bankstown boy.
Where was he from?
Yeah, Bankstown.
Yeah.
They're in Blacktown.
Different place, right?
It's like Breakfast Creek and Breakfast Point, you peanut.
He's from Sydney.
Yeah, he is. He's a New South Wales identity.
Yeah, they're both from New South Wales, Craig.
He's an Australian.
Have a listen to... You're a fool. Have a listen to Steve. We're talking about Brad Haddon here, who's talking like a New South Wales for mine.
I was surprised when they said he was rested. He basically said he was dropped. There was mixed messages there, and if he's rested, why doesn't he come back in and be the captain? I mean, he's vice-captain in the Test side, so there was an opportunity for maybe Brad to be captain of the one-day team, but obviously he's having an enforced rest. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, it's a bit confusing. Going to be good for someone to clear it up.
Yeah, well, it would, but how would he come into the team?
He did the Argus report, Steve Ward, too. So
he's involved in it, but let's be perfectly honest here. How can Brad hadn't come in? We got the captain's Clark, he's injured. Warner's the vice-captain. He's not even appointed captain. They give it to Ponting. Why would Haddon come in and be the captain of the one-day team? He's not even in the bloody team.
But...
Come on, Steve.
The issue is that he was dropped and said he was rested. Now, I want to take Doc to task on this because last Saturday, when I asked Doc to appraise the performance of selectors, and give them a rating...
You denied this. I spoke to you yesterday.
He gave me a clip. It said... He was in the form god or something. He goes, it goes without saying. What a stupid question. How could you ask me that? A+? Clearly.
You said that last week, and then I questioned you on it.
Now, I quote James Sullivan from the paper today, the head of Cricket Australia. Something clearly has gone awry there, and there's something we need to be clearer on. It doesn't sound like an A+ marking yet from the Cricket Australia CEO, Doc. So perhaps treat the question a bit more.
Selective memory.
Selective memory. You got all petulant last week about it.
Oh, he got petulant yesterday when I questioned him on it as well. But anyway.
Me petulant?
A little bit, yeah. Tours out with the out of the cot. Now, this is one for you, Doc. You mentioned it a little bit earlier in the Grass Catters. Chopper Reid. Listen, here's the audio of Chopper interviewed about the fact that he couldn't fire the starting gun at kids' athletics.
I'm not going to get up in arms about whether the Collingwood Little Athletics don't want me to go ready, set, bang, take off. I mean, who cares? I mean, they don't even give you a proper gun. It's a cat gun.
They don't expect to give a proper gun to Little Athletics.
He felt Jim that he's only a cat.
You know what arms about? And one to finish, Mel Wild. You know how they do the traffic at the end of the news.
Ask him. I won't spoil it, but have a listen to the. You go.
He's trying to get the girls' attention in the chopper.
Yep.
So not the Chopper Reid, in the helicopter. It's giving the report from the air, which is this new innovation that they've been doing for 10 years. But anyway, Mel Walden, end of news, traffic time. Let's go to the chopper.
Time to check the traffic now. Let's cross to Emma in the chopper.
Listen to it.
Hello, Emma.
She's going to hear the whistle over the noise. I still don't understand why they go to the chopper, because if you're driving your car home, you're not watching the telly. So what's the point of having it there?
That's me for the day, Hutch.
Yes, the whistle. It's like I called a puppy over.
One little more KB one.
Emma.
Just one little more KB one, because the name of the listener is what KB thinks the name of the listener is.
Margie has joined us from Sunbury. Good day, Margie.
It's Margie, Jeff.
Okay.
Okay, well, if you insist.
It's a flat finish.
Thanks.
Yeah, we were finishing well with a big Mel.
What do you call it, a Mrs. Guston story?
Yeah. What was the name again?
Margie.
No. What was the story you said earlier?
What?
Well, the story that you said, Mrs. Rudkin?
Mrs. Rudkin. That was a real
Rudkin story.
That was a real Mrs. Rudkin.